feeling like I'm Akademiks.
So 1090 Jake, which he hit me before he made this video, but he was like, I'm making a video. What did he say? He's like, I'm making a video. Can I use some clips here? I'm talking about it. I don't even know if he told me what he was talking about. I'll tell you what he said exactly. But like, I have a pretty good relationship with all these guys, so I'm like, I wouldn't say no. 1090 Jake. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Give me 1 second. I just want to be accurate. But we're going to go through this, and I want to react to this in real time. So 1090 Jake hits me. Wait. No, he texts me. It's not in DMs. No, he texts me. Okay, good. And he says, say, yo, bro. He hits me yesterday. No, Tuesday, 12 p.m. Says, yo. I say, yo, bro. Then I say, yo. He says, I'm dropping a 30-minute video on the conspiracy to take down Young Thug and how Ceddy Nash was behind it. Are you cool with me using some clips from your reaction? I don't know what's going on. Okay. So all good. He said, appreciate you. I said, when are you dropping? He said, either today or tomorrow, whatever. I'm editing now. Oh, I didn't even know he asked me this question. He said, were you aware of the whole play? Or did you naturally react to everything that came out? Bro, respectfully, why would I be in a play with Ceddy Nash? I'm actually, let me actually text him back right now. I'm on stream reading this part. After I said you were cool to use my clips, but for the record, no, I don't know if there was a play, and clearly wouldn't be in cahoots. Chat, you know I'm a solo guy. I've always said if you're gonna do crime, do it by yourself. Imagine me saying, "Oh, let's team up with like these guys to come on for a Young Thug takedown." Okay, so I just responded to him in real time, and what else he said? Oh, then he hit me today and he says, "Drop the full video on YouTube. This is the Insta reel. If you could throw it up on the IG page." Okay, so let's go watch this video. Now, it is ironic it's dropping on the eve of Young Thug's album coming out, but I did watch it, but I want to react to it with y'all here, that y'all could be, pretty much with me as I'm reviewing this. Check this out.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, I'm going to be breaking down how Young Thug didn't snitch. He told a little too much. And I'm also going to be breaking down the conspiracy of how one man is allegedly behind this entire smear campaign.
What?
Young Thug was a trending headline for weeks, with whoop-de-doo becoming the newest meme.
Well, man, head up, chin up, fuck that, nigga. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop-de-doo. We go to prison, nigga. And we fight to get out this bitch.
And my DMs were flooded after his interrogation re-hit the internet. And yes, I said re-hit because it wasn't new. His interrogation dropped over a year ago, but a strategic smear campaign would recaptivate everyone's attention. Now, people have asked why I haven't spoke on it, accusing me of being paid off, being scared of Thug, all type of conspiracy theories, and truth be told, I was on vacation for my birthday in Europe, and Thug wasn't my priority.
Everybody in my DM asked me if I care about Young Thug snitching. I don't give a fuck.
But I'm back.
Ain't that a Coliseum?
When my supporters ask, they shall receive. On August 27th,
the
blogs fired off stating a 2-hour interrogation audio leaked online, in which Thug allegedly name-dropped Pee Wee Roscoe, the man accused of shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga fucking They done shot at this nigga too, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block. I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. You know Roscoe? Man, that man a fucking scrub. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro? But I don't fucking know, cause every day nigga grow fucking balls.
Now the clip sounds horrible, and I could easily crucify Thug like the internet has been doing for weeks, but instead I want to teach y'all how a 2-hour interview can be wiped clean off the internet, then re-released in segments without context to sway the crowd. For those too stupid to understand what I'm saying, I'm going to show you how this interview came out a year ago and nobody had the same energy. Back in 2023, an Atlanta-based hip-hop blog DM'd me on Instagram attempting to sell me the untagged audio from the interrogation.
Hip-hop lives in ATL? Did they hit me? I got to see. I'm going to feel disrespected if I wasn't offered the audio too. It lives in ATL. Is that it? Okay. Hip hop lives in ATL, and they didn't hit me. Oh, no, they didn't. Last time they hit me was January 6th, 2023. Yo, I'm interested in being that in-court. I guess we were offering a in-court trial reporter gig, and they said they were in Atlanta at that time. I might have to work with this guy. Okay.
It had already been posted to YouTube and to this day sits at only 13 and 16,000 views for parts 1 and 2. The blogger would even give his own opinion stating Thug ain't a rat. He thought befriending 12 would help and courts are using it to hurt him. Now even with low views, the interrogation would still get reactions from Whack 100 and even DJ Akademiks. And this is where it gets interesting because Whack 100 defended Thug.
Because he never gave them any information. He never told them. They said, well, what's blood? What's slime? Oh, you know, like a kid, you know, you play with slime. What's blood? Oh, that's just entertainment. He never said, this dude was this dude was that, this was this. He never said any of that. So I believe that Thug was curving him. That's what I believe. Because he never gave him no information. Not supposed to say nothing. Like,
They asked him, yo, you heard about what happened in Cobb?
Roscoe, did he do it? And Roscoe said, hell no.
Cobb.
He said the media said everybody was saying it was Roscoe, and Roscoe did it for me.
Akademiks would react live for an hour and a half, and it would seem the more he listened, he would start to resonate with Thug and see what the police were attempting to do.
There's a bird. What's that bird noise for Birdman?
How you know it?
Oh, so this is a year ago. Okay.
Cause I got your CD. See, I got your CD. Well, I wouldn't call it CD because that's old school. I got iTunes. It's on iTunes.
Yeah, you know what CD is, right?
It cost them.
You know what CD?
Bro, they're clearly playing the game with him. I think he's trying to play the game they're playing with him, but they're trying to slowly get to the point of why they want to question him. Now, here's the thing. You know what Thug fans are going to say? He's capping. He's spinning the detective trying to get info out of them. But he just admitted Bird, like, he basically saying Bird ain't shit. But here's the thing. He probably is playing them because he's acting like he's not cool with Birdman. Who did Birdman allegedly get to line that up? Him. So he is cool with Birdman. So I think he's trying to play them. Here we go.
Entertainment, man.
Y'all say it on the songs?
They got a picture of Birdman on the internet. Hell, they ain't got on he a crip and blood. They're like, oh my God.
Nah, he's trying to spin him.
You can talk to us, you can not talk to us. It's totally up to you. But we would like to talk to you just so you can help sort some stuff out.
You see, this is why I want us people of color to be savvy with the law, man. Cause if I'm Young Thug, I say to him, I talk to you, but listen, I've talked to you if we don't read the Miranda rights. You know what I mean? You can't use nothing when I'm talking about. The cops gonna be like, no, we gotta do, all right, never mind, we good. I'm gonna just use my right to remain silent. And since you already told me you have no charges against me and you're not investigating me for that, I have nothing to do with that. So, okay, I don't have nothing to say.
AK would pause the video to speak, stating after an hour and 45 minutes, he doesn't think there's any snitching going on, just Thug talking too much as he attempts to play dumb to the police. But then Roscoe gets brought up.
I'm gonna be honest, so far, and I mean, okay. I want to put this out there now. Akademiks is a civilian who, if the police came and asked me about a crime, I would cooperate to the full extent because I am not doing crime, okay? No one should take, and this is why I don't particularly call people snitches unless everyone else is saying that's what they're accepted to be. I can't determine if somebody's a snitch. Also, I've never liked the label of snitching. I'm going to tell you why. Because I think the streets are stupid. I think 99.99% of street niggas are stupid. They can't come to an agreement. This is why I love this Thug thing. Because it forces people to come to an agreement on what snitching is. Some people feel like sitting, we don't care what you're talking about. You could be talking about bagels and cream cheese. If you sat with the police for an hour and a half or 2 hours answering questions, you're a snitch. If you gave any information, you're a snitch. If you brought up anyone's name, you're a snitch. There's a million different definitions to what snitching is. So this is why I love situations like this. But I want to let people know, Akademiks will never be the person who is the determining factor of if someone is a snitch or not. I just watch the crowd, and I like to bring up situations that point out their hypocrisy. So, for the record, I don't think, no matter what media position I have, that could be the person to say someone's a snitch or not. There's like 14 minutes left. I don't think there's no snitching by Thug. Like, he's talking too much, but it looked like he's talking to try to act like he's just an artist and like he's never gangbanging and all these things. He's trying to throw them off. Obviously, he's not throwing them off because they know a little bit more, but they're going to try to play the song and dance. And I don't think he snitched on nobody. I mean, did he throw Birdman under the bus a couple times? Yeah, and by the way, that's how he should do it, if you ask me. Because at that time, they were trying to say that him and Birdman planned that bus shoot. So now I also, I'll admit what at least part of the premise that 1090 Jake is saying is kind of true in the sense that when this video came out, we listened to it in full. Ever since it's been like almost quote unquote republished, we've never listened to it in full. Like we've grabbed like 5 parts, and I'm saying we like collectively, like everybody's recirculating 5 clips. Like, yo, he gave them his number, and yeah, obviously, but again, I actually don't think that's because of a conspiracy to take him down. I think it's because of his own hypocrisy. The guy's a hypocrite, right? Because here's the thing. If you ask me, and I think 1090 Jake knows this because I disagree with him on this too. I don't think Boston Richie snitched. Half of these things I don't think told. Now, with 690, he clearly has a 5K1 letter, so he told. But I don't think Boston Richie told. I don't think Young Thug told. I don't even really think Gunna told. But I keep telling y'all, you tell me the rules and I'll go with you the rules. When people start saying, oh, okay, what Gunna said told, I'm like, oh, okay. So if Gunna is a snitch, treat him like 6ix9ine. Treat everybody the same. I'm going with the rules that people claim that they're following. And when they are picking and choosing, I have a field day basking in that. If he's like, man, I don't really even fuck with Birdman like that, that probably makes a little bit more sense. You get what I mean?
This nigga fucking damn shot at this nigga 2 of us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna, I ain't finna. What the fuck is this, man?
That's mayonnaise. Oh, mayonnaise.
Probably mustard smell like onion.
Oh, I mean mustard. That's fine.
Yo, Thug, tread lightly. Tread lightly.
But just knowing Roscoe, man, that man a fucking scrub. That fool, I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro? But I don't fucking know, cause every day nigga broke a fucking ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Then when that nigga Tuba got shot at, I was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yo, Thug's a grimy nigga. His way of like talking about shit, he called everybody a bum. Oh yeah, that nigga Birdman, I don't fuck with that nigga no more. Like he throwing everybody under the bus, but he not really throwing them under the bus. He's just trying to say, well, y'all say he shoot at some shit. That nigga's a scrub.
About 10 minutes.
I ain't gonna lie, Young Thug's a troll. The last thing before I get.
So even with Thug speaking on Roscoe, Slime, and everything else, AK was able to summarize it as Thug was trolling the police. A snitch narrative.
Now, here's the thing. Remember, I can't label nobody as a snitch. I don't purport that I practice being a street nigga, which would mean I have an actual stake in what snitching is. Right? I think if you are a commentator and a bystander, for you to dictate what snitching is irrelevant. It only should be dictated by the people who are actively in the streets, because what do they see as supposedly breaking a code that they claim to be lived by? If you're not in the game, who gives a fuck what you say? Right? Now, again, I keep telling y'all this. I watch people not agree on very simple thing. I usually don't even bring this up, but I'll bring it up. Everybody know 21 Savage, my mans. 21 Savage wanted to bet me $5,000. And he wanted to bet me $5,000 that Bortland wouldn't tell. Now, I said, well, here's the thing. I guarantee that there is going to be, that the prosecutor is going to leverage what he's going to say in that proffer, because he pled no contest, but he got to do a proffer. They're going to leverage it to try to help convict Melly. Now, if the idea behind snitching is that you use someone's admission, or someone basically admits to something that you could then use against someone else, that's snitching. And I got to tell Savage this, because I think her bet is off, or I'm going to put it off. Why? The reality is this. No two people agree on what snitching is all throughout. Some people believe snitching is if you tell on somebody you did the crime with. Somebody believe if you told any information. Some people believe if you talk to the cops at all. Some people believe, no, you could talk to the cops as long as you spin them. Some people believe, yeah, you talk to the cops just as long as you lie to them. It's so many different definitions. That's the problem. So when I'm saying here, like, I'm like, all right, yeah, he's looking like he's trying to spin them. For some people, spinning the cops is snitching. Keep that in mind.
Never came about, and even AK's comment section would praise Thug for trolling the police, not falling for their finesse, and telling them nothing but talking for hours. There was no blasting Thug as a snitch by the blogs. I never even made a video on it because nothing was there, and things would go silent for the next year, 9 months, and 6 days. So what brought it all back? The blogger who originally obtained the interrogation would state Ceddy Nash paid him $500 to take the Young Thug video down so he could re-release it on his channel.
Okay, that's a little odd. I'm going to be honest. That is a little odd. I know he's a YouTuber, Ceddy Nash, but like, if I'm going to pay someone to take a video down, one that's already been out, I don't know. But maybe he wanted to get like a moment for himself. I don't know.
Ceddy's ties to a specific YSL member would make things even more interesting.
Yeah, it's funny because I saved a lot of them old videos, like when it first came out. So we know what everybody's opinion was. You know, the Akademiks, Whack 100, just the main people in media. It's crazy how just a little bit of money And just this little campaign could just change so many sheep minds, you know. You know, on August 12th, man, I got paid by Ceddy Nash. And the only reason I'm kind of outing him is because he tried to rewrite the narrative with my logo still on there. So people were hitting me up like, what's going on? But like, he paid me, he said, just take down the video because I want to re-release it on my channel. I'm about to do something. So I took the little money, I put it on private, and like 5 days later, boom, it's everywhere. Trap Lil Ross, he running 4 or 5 different videos. Akademiks, they all with this new narrative, Young Thug is a rat. Young Thug is a rat. It's crazy. So
now, I like to only speak for myself. Obviously, I'm probably a bigger platform than maybe some. After Trap Lil Ross ran it, Trap Lil Ross, I remember there was a few clips that I think maybe made to Instagram or Twitter where people like, I forgot what Thug it did, but people were like, yo, Thug is saying that this was talking too much, but people forget that Young Thug may have talked too much. That's what I remember Trap Lil Ross saying. And some people were kind of latching onto it, and I don't give a fuck about Thug or not. Like, what the hell? I'm like, yo, all right, this is a big story. Let's run that shit. You get what I'm saying? That's what I did. You know what I mean?
But yeah, people start hitting me up. Because again, like I said, they just released it with my...
However, I'll be honest with you. I was surprised that the narrative was changing though, right?
Logo and artwork on there. So people like, well now, how did it just resurface? You know, somebody from Thug Team hit me. And I'm like, all I know is I got paid to take my video down. I send a screenshot. They see it's Ceddy Nash, and Dora reach out to Ceddy Nash, start going off on him. And that's why Ceddy Nash started with that burn it down bullshit all on his page, like he lashing out at Thug Team. Cause I guess they kind of hollering at him behind the scenes. You know, I didn't want to out him, but y'all outed me. Y'all paid me to take it down, put it out with my logo, and now he's a rat. Like, and I did some digging, and I found out that Angel the publicist, that's Ceddy Nash's publicist. That's Woody's publicist.
Who's that?
That's Charleston White's publicist. So they all been going hard. Like Charleston White did the Say Cheese interview. Woody, he started a podcast. Ceddy Nash going hard. Like, this is an organized campaign from right over there. Ceddy Nash started the payment. He sent the payment, but they all, that's where it's coming from. I don't know how the jail calls are happening, and I haven't tied it back to Gunna, but it's crazy how they started this shit. It's literally coming down to bullying. They feel like Thug been bullying. So between Woody, who been bullied for ratting, Ceddy Nash been bullied for ratting, Charleston White been bullied for ratting, Angel the publicist worked with all them. They feel like, oh, we finna clip this up and do Young Thug bad. That's really what's going on right now. And it's crazy because people been calling a Whack 100, Rat 100. You know, Trap Lord Ross get accused of ratting. Everybody who been loud about this shit, Rollo, 6ix9ine. This is people who been bullied. That's what's going on, bro.
Now, Angel the publicist does in fact follow and is followed by Ceddy Nash. And in her bio, it would state she's management for Woody, who's posted all over her page. In an older post, she'd even wish a happy birthday to her best friend, mentor, and #1 client, none other than Charleston White. So the blogger's theory of a smear campaign seems to be aligning, as Charleston is locked in with Sean Cotton, the owner of Say Cheese, and Ceddy is locked in with No Jumper. So it wouldn't be hard for Ceddy and his alleged team to clip up Thug's interview, fire it off to all the blogs, who then repost the same shit on the same day, as everyone starts firing at Young Thug simultaneously. Thug would respond through Twitter saying, "They didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. Rat where?" Pee Wee Roscoe would then go live addressing the allegations, taking the Thug's defense, but he'd also stop pointing the finger, calling Rollo a rat and other members of YSL.
What way to break it down? The best way. Hey, man, a snitch is someone that comply with the government that's bargaining for their freedom when they have done something illegal. A statement, a rat, a snitching, it's nothing selective about that. You feel me? If I go to jail right now and I got a co-defendant and they charge both of us with murder, or they charge me with murder but they don't charge him, there's no way it don't make sense. So I'm just trying to break it down in today's society, what a rat is, what snitching is. No selective politicking, man. Jeff clean his Listerine, man. Clean his ivory soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we sell the Wayne Carter weed. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's when a piece of paper stating Thug gave information on a murder came to light. But even this is old. I covered this 2 years ago, and his lawyer got it thrown out for being inaccurate. Reintroducing it 2 years later was calculated fuel to the fire of the smear campaign that was lit. Rollo would respond back to Roscoe and start firing at Young Thug through social media, and Thug would respond back saying, "Stop trying to make me one of these boys. Death before dishonor this way, kids." He'd even address the paper saying the motion got filed because the detective lied, which is what I said a year ago. But this was the most vocal Thug's ever been in his career, and the fact that he was responding to everything to defend himself gave the internet what they wanted. The internet had Thug panicking, and as we all know, the internet is undefeated. If you don't address a lie, it becomes the truth in the eyes of the people. And if you do, you're viewed as guilty for defending yourself. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's when 6ix9ine entered the chat.
Yo, I just want to know where all the energy at. The Young Thug situation, I stood quiet 2 days just watching it play out. Watching what excuses the people come up with. Every day, every year, every time a nigga come out, y'all move the goalposts further. Oh, nah, bro, it's different. No, it's different, bro. It's different. You told, like, before 12 in the afternoon. Like, that's a...
By the way, this is the most interesting thing to it all. I think all these rappers are hypocrites. Y'all should all stop talking about snitching. None of y'all are actual, like, super, like, gangsters in the way of y'all never did nothing wrong. And to act like y'all are street gods that judge everybody else, I think that's fucked up. And also, I think the industry and also other people, they have to come to terms with, you treat snitching different based on who did it and how much snitching happened. Like, okay, so 6ix9ine, he went on a stand. All right, that's ultimate snitching. Well, this guy, you know, he gave a name, but he was a child when he did it. This guy, he was talking a lot, but he was trying to spin the cops. It's too much. There's no black and white with this. This is why people should stop talking about snitching. For me, I'll tell you what I like. Until street niggas stop talking about snitching, I'm going to throw hypocrisy in their face all day. Every day. Like, I can't wait for the next rapper who's popping that we all like, that gets caught with some shit that supposedly snitch. I'm throwing it up there 1,000,000 miles per hour because I want everybody to deal with their hypocrisy. If it wasn't for hypocrisy, I wouldn't give a fuck. I like Young Thug's music. The fuck, I don't care about this shit. But I won't let street rappers are the most hypocritical niggas on earth. Yo, Akademiks is the reason why niggas died in Chicago. Yo, we smoking on this, we smoking on that, spin the block, clap everybody else. How is it me? So I love to, when I see hypocrisy in street niggas, I use my platform to maximize it to the utmost. You're going to sit there and acknowledge your hypocrisy. Remember you said that if you talk to the cops at all, you're snitching? Well, what about this? Your favorite rapper's talking to the cops. Nah, that's not snitching. Did I say if you talk to the cops? Nah, I said if somebody gets locked up because you talk to the cops. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So what about this other thing you said? You said if you do this, it will be snitching. Your man just did this. Oh, shit. Did I say that? What I really meant was I'm having a blast watching them explain themselves. You get what I'm saying? I'm having I'm having a blast watching them explain themselves. So what's snitching? Yo, you going to court saying yes, ma'am? You a snitch. What about take my number? Flirting. Okay. What about this? I love it. Again, I keep telling people I'm going to listen to Gunna, Thug, 6ix9ine, Boston Richie. By the way, I think Boston Richie's making the best music of all the people who's accused of this type of shit. Shout out to Boston Richie.
Forbidden rule. You can't do that. No, bro. It's okay, bro, because he told after 3,
Yo, I love when street niggas find nuance. Nah, it's different. It's different. Nah, it's not. It's different. He did say here's the thing. You see, I'm a technical guy. Street niggas told me if you tell the cops that anyone's doing crime, whether it's true or not, you're snitching. Like, for example, if you tell the cops, or if I'm a street nigga and I say, yo, chat nigga A, yo, he killed somebody. Let's say you didn't kill somebody. But they end up raiding your house. They're looking for evidence. Then they find your weed and your bricks. Did I snitch? I didn't tell him the truth. You ain't killed nobody. But what I told him made them investigate you, and then they did find a crime you did. So lying to the police or mentioning that you did any crime, that's snitching, right? We're just talking logic here. That would be snitching. So even if I'm lying, but if I say you did a crime that could result in police looking into you, raiding your house, or you getting jammed up for anything, even if it's not what I said because I lied, right? It's snitching. But it's only snitching when we don't like you. Because if we like you and you're a young thug and you say, well, this nigga sells drugs, that's not snitching. We like you. It's not snitching. So I like to hear the street niggas trying to explain it. I don't care. So wait, didn't you say if you tell the police that a man did any crime is snitching? Yeah, son. Of course. A nigga who tell the cops a man doing crime, he a rat. Well, Young Thug said he sold drugs. Nah, that's different, dog. Yo, what you talking about? Yo, that's crazy. What you talking about? What you mean? Bro, he's lying. Wait, so he has to be telling the truth. So if you lie to the cops, it's not snitching. Well, I heard Rollo lie. Nah. Rollo a whole rat. Nah. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Well, didn't you say Gunna was lying? Again, it's too much pick and choose. This is what I love. The streets are in shambles. I feel like the Joker. I got the streets in shambles. Like they don't know what to do. Half of them are hiding, wham in a bush like this. Like, no, don't ask me. Like everybody is scared because they're scared of their own hypocrisy. They done been on some, yo, if a nigga tell the cops this, he a rat. Until they heard their nigga told the cops that. What? Now, hold on, let me see the whole video. Now, I gotta hear the whole video. No, you don't got the whole video? All right, bro, is it in paper? Is it in black and white? Ain't no paperwork, ain't no rat. Anybody else? Nope, you don't need no paperwork. Now, I keep telling you, the first rule of ratting, this is why I love street dudes. The first rule of snitching is, do we like you? If we don't like you, you probably snitched. We don't even need to hear the situation. If we like you, yo, y'all got the transcript? Did he actually say that? Nah. My thing is, why don't the streets give everybody the benefit of the doubt? Why is it only a selective person? This is why I try to say, and I'm just trying to get, listen, me, you're going to watch. I'm going to try to get street niggas to just admit they're retarded. That's my only goal here. I want every street nigga to be like, yeah, I'm fucking stupid. I'm just fucking stupid. Like, I don't believe in nothing that's going on. I'm just here to defend me and my mans. Oh, okay, cool. As long as you admit your hypocrisy, we're on the same page. None of y'all got no code. It's over. So the next time, listen, by the way, I love Thug. I'm about to listen to his album tonight. This shit about to be fire, I hope. But the next time a rapper we like get caught in one of these situations, I'm posting it 3 million times. And I'm gonna keep posting it, and I'm gonna tag the other rappers. So what y'all think about this one? Because it was easy to say 6ix9ine's a snitch. He was hated. Boston Richie, nobody knew him. These other niggas, nobody knows. Thug is the first time that people had to realize if you say this guy ratted, you're saying that somebody you liked ratted. And I don't care what you say. But remember, that's the only way to keep people honest. So I can't wait till another rapper who we like, they do some shit like this. You gonna be like, man, does Ak hate him? I don't hate these rappers. I don't give two damns. I ain't a street nigga either. But I do realize street niggas be on my page, so I just be fucking with them. I'm like, yo, all right, keep watching this. They're on my page. Well, didn't y'all say this was snitching? Why he say this then? Why he giving the cops his number? Why he doing this? Why he doing? Exactly. Shout out to 1090 Jake because he's saying something important. But this is why I keep saying I'm going to continually embarrass street niggas. Because I've never heard street niggas say context. Oh, nah, it's not in context. You know what street niggas used to say? What? He gave the cops his number? Rat! Rat! I want to hit rat. I've never heard street niggas say, nah, that dude look crazy, but it's not in context. They only do it for their mans. That's all I realized. They only do it for their mans. For their mans, context matters. If it's not their mans, rat. So trust me, there's going to be a lot of more examples.
Like, bro, it's so easy. They tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything used against you could be used in the court of law, whatever the fuck the case they say. You have the right to call an attorney right now. You spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm not... It's me beating a horse. Like, I'm not saying that. Y'all heard what y'all heard. Where's all the energy at? Why hit everybody quiet? Why Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Future? Why you not saying nothing?
6ix9ine would take to his Instagram story calling out Atlanta rappers for being so quiet. But instead of responding directly like Thug did to...
I like this comment. Stop saying Thug snitch. He just provided information of crimes to the police. By the way, my opinion doesn't matter about telling. But I would like to put on the record, if y'all need to understand where my moral compass is and what I would call telling, I believe in the traditional aspect of what cooperation is, which means I got caught for a crime that I did with you. Now, they're trying to give me 300 years for the 3 bodies, and because, this was at a financial institution, they're trying to triple it up there, and because they said the getaway car. And so now I realize, oh shit, I only drove the car. I never shot nobody. I never did this. I'm going to provide the names of the people that actually did the crimes with me, because that will lessen the amount of time I could get, or maybe I could cooperate against them and get out of this completely. I've always thought that was the initial thing about snitching. Then people start saying, well, you could also snitch on your enemies, because there's a rule of conduct that says if y'all are killing each other in the streets and you want that other person dead, you have to play by a rule book. And the rule book says if the police who might want that person incarcerated, you're supposed to defend that person. I thought that was odd. Wait, so you want to kill that person, but if the police come asking you and you could put them in jail, you're supposed to defend them. Okay, I got it. Right. Anyway, let me keep playing.
Rollo, Thug would take to Instagram saying he's going to let the music talk, which didn't go well in the comments section. Now this is where things heated up. Jail calls started getting released, and one of the first to come out was Thug calling QCP a rat and calling out Lil Baby for still working with him.
He did the same thing P did. Stood up in court. Man, that was wham. That was your ever get too, rocking with the motherfucking rat. And you be preaching about that shit too, man. You can't do that, man. That's a fact, bro. You dead wrong about that anyway. Nigga a rat, bro. I understand all that. A nigga help put you on. Listen, man. That nigga is a rat. I don't give a fuck what happened. That nigga give me $1 million. Man, you a rat. Whatever you talking about. You got somebody to send the chain gang. Imagine telling on nigga and the nigga still beat the Kato.
Now, QCP is one of the founders and CEO of Quality Control Music. QC would sign Lil Baby, and P was instrumental in pushing his career into what it became. In 2023, paperwork would emerge claiming QCP was a rat, and I'd find not one but two signed statements from P himself. P would tell police he confronted a man in the mall who shot him and killed his friend. The man would retreat to his vehicle to grab a gun and threaten to kill P. P would sign both statements stating he was in fear for his life. Now, P's only rebuttal to snitching was that he wasn't a street dude, and before the man P snitched on could be found guilty, he was murdered in the streets. QCP would respond back to Young Thug stating, "Imagine some broke ass rats like Young Thug and Pee Wee Ratsko trying to run a rat narrative on me. And all my homies that I love running these hoe ass dudes knowing these dudes talk about me. I'm gonna say this for the last time. I'm not no street dude. I'm a tax-paying citizen that's running a business and taking care of my family. All the street dudes is broke, dead, and in jail. Why do y'all continue to glorify this shit? Streets been dead. Y'all dudes gave the city a bad name." Rollo would jump back in the mix with a strong statement defending P by saying, "You gonna have to forgive him or you gonna have to eat that shit because I ain't going against him." Rollo would make it clear he wasn't going against P, and he isn't the only one, as Wack 100 would stop firing at Thug and would later admit it was only because of his relationship with QCP.
Is Young Thug still a blood, or is he just a rat now from your perspective?
I mean, he's a rat. I don't, you know.
So that's official. There's no way around it.
No way around that. When he sent Roscoe out there to attack people, attack P, at that point, it was all bets off. I told him on Akademiks Live that night, I said, it's on now. I said, since you speaking for Thug, I said, start tomorrow, now you gonna get the whack shit. Act, me, you, we going live. I'm gonna bring my team on. I brought Flacco on. Ceddy Nash just came in as an exposure just right now for us doing this play we running. And Ceddy released them clips.
By the way, I hate to like break that fourth wall down. Like, Wack's talking a good game, but that's definitely not how it happened. 6ix9ine wanted to go live. Now, maybe Wack told 6ix9ine to go, I don't know, but 6ix9ine wanted to go live. Because 6ix9ine, like, he didn't want to just come on the stream. He wanted to talk to the entire hip-hop. So he was like, go live, invite me to the thing. And, you know, historically, that's how 6ix9ine usually addresses rap. Like, yo, everybody tunes into your page. You go live, add me, and whatever, and then any rappers in there will just pull them up. I believe Wack got on there, Rollo got on there, and a few other people, Pee Wee Roscoe as well.
Yo.
But for the record, it was 6ix9ine's idea at first.
I need 6ix9ine to go IG live after this live. We running up here. Let that hit the internet. You go on 6ix9ine. Your job is to show people that you and Thug are the same.
Keep in mind, Wack didn't have this energy a year ago. He's solely going at Young Thug on QCP's behalf. But that's to be expected, knowing that QCP is worth hundreds of millions, and not too many people are willing to cut you off, especially when you make them money. But for these so-called street rappers, if everyone in the culture gets held to the same standard, then QCP definitely snitched. But if QCP was a white record label CEO, nobody would give a fuck, and it's the sad truth. Another jail call would have Thug and 21 Savage discussing Gunna. Thug was talking about when him and Gunna were pulled over with shit in the car, and Gunna said it wasn't.
Okay, let me, I'm gonna call Wack in a little bit.
Intention of hurting. Like you, Wham, Dirt, Pluto, niggas who I really fuck with, who like my brothers who already done like cut ties. Imagine niggas, y'all niggas already done cut ties with a nigga, and then I come and
QCP would change his Instagram profile photo. Thug would claim bashing him would only fuck the rap game up even more. And 6ix9ine would shoot back saying, this Batiman talking about bashing him gonna fuck the rap game up. You the reason the rap game fucked up. 85% of y'all be undercover ratting. We holding your fruity ass accountable for the street code you always wanted to uphold. Now, a song would allegedly leak of Thug dissing Gunna and Yak Gotti calling them both rats. And it's alleged the song leaked because Thug isn't actually allowed to make disses as part of his probation.
Hey, yeah, gonna wreck, yeah. Oh, that's my favorite song. And by the way, I'm that fake. I don't care if Thug ratted. I like when he disses the other rats. I'm not saying he ratted, but I like when he disses rats. Didn't pull out a pistol or something like that. I like Young Thug crashing out. So good job, whoever called him.
Those pulling the strings were succeeding in swaying not only the internet, but the industry against Young Thug. Thug would go on to do an interview, which would later turn to memes. In the hopes of clearing everything up, it would seem he was left defeated, posting an apology, and saying he's moving on with his life. At this point, he'd accepted defeat, understanding nothing he can say is going to change anyone's opinion, and he was going to move on. But he was wrong. Thug would bring up points in his interview that many laughed at and looked at as excuses, but you might view it differently if we reevaluate it and look back. Now, by far, the worst accusation is Young Thug snitching on Pee Wee Roscoe. And he told investigators, I heard Roscoe did it. And that sounds horrible without context. And that's why I'm here to lay it all out. Pee Wee Roscoe was arrested in May of 2015, a month after the shooting, with TMZ reporting the news. Young Thug would be arrested 2 months later in July, also reported by TMZ. While going to court, Thug would be pulled in for the interrogation and asked about Pee Wee. By now, 2 months had passed since Pee Wee's arrest. TMZ, the news, and all of social media had already reported on him being the shooter that shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus. So when Thug said he heard Roscoe did it, he's not talking about what he heard on the street. He's talking about what was already reported by TMZ, the news, and every single blogger.
Oh, you heard about what happened in
Roscoe, did he do it? And Roscoe said, hell no. He said the media said everybody was saying it was Roscoe, and Roscoe did it for me. He said Roscoe and Wayne were great friends.
And if that wasn't enough, they tried to say Thug snitched by saying Pee Wee sold drugs to Wayne, which would mean Pee Wee is a drug dealer.
These niggas damn near like brothers more than Birdman Wayne.
They doing what now, brother?
I said them niggas was damn near more brothers than Bird and Wayne.
Oh, Roscoe and Lil Wayne were more
These
than.
niggas used to bring Wayne his drugs. Like, trust him.
Thug telling investigators Roscoe sold Wayne drugs was him establishing a friendship between Wayne and Roscoe, because if he sold him drugs, they were obviously cool. So why would Roscoe shoot up the bus? And Thug would triple down by essentially violating Roscoe in so many words and labeling him as soft to investigators, telling them he's the type to get slapped and do nothing.
Roscoe, like, he really like a cool, Roscoe the kind of guy you can goddamn like slap and he'll like cry. So I really was like,
Again, he's attempting to make Roscoe seem harmless. So when Thug says he was trying to help his friend out of the situation, I believe him because his words add up. But to me, the craziest part of the interrogation is when he told the female officer he makes promises.
Swims, you did.
Whatever.
You were wonderful today.
this
Yes, sir.
promises, I make promises. Just we'll keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world.
What's your
I can't even
number?
get in touch
Yes,
with
you
you.
can.
Hey,
I don't have your number.
Whatever.
well, give it to me. If you ain't giving it to her,
The female investigator would say she doesn't have his number, the male investigator would ask for it, and the audio would go mute as Thug gave his number. In Thug's interview, he explained he was just flirting with the female investigator, but this was the same vibe Akademiks picked up on over a year ago, that she was the one flirting with him, making herself seem like a fan. In the beginning of the interrogation, she'd even tell Thug to tell the other investigator what her nickname is.
What's going on, man? How you doing? My name's David Racy.
You know me. I spent all day with you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tell them what my nickname is.
Hip-hop lives in ATL.
Sexy teeth. You do got nice teeth. You do got nice. And you feel more comfortable talking with her?
He's been so good
Okay.
today. He really has. You have been a perfect gentleman. Well, you have.
How many you say that?
Yo, these fucking cops, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, again, Young Thug might be guilty. I ain't here to tell you if he's guilty or not. But I hope y'all, you know, if you young in here and you watching this, and I know if you're an older person, you're a little more seasoned. You know, they're playing good cop, bad cop. This shit is disgusting. You got the female cop acting like she flirted with him. Hey, how you sing that part? Oh, that's my thing. Acting like she's a fucking groupie. But she's not no groupie, nigga. She's here to do a job. She's trying to get this nigga to confess to some shit. Facts. But of course you're gonna play the good cop, bad cop. Now you hear this fucking asshole talking about, oh nah, you don't gotta talk to me. You could just talk to your little groupie who you think is a groupie because she like your songs and she wants you to shout her out. Man, this is cap. She trying to put you in jail for 100 years, nigga. She want to go home and get promoted off locking up Young Thug, nigga. She don't give two fucks about you.
Now, was Thug actually trying to smash? Was he trying to keep a line of contact so he can get a heads up as to what's being investigated? Nobody knows. But I do know this. Young Thug did not snitch. He told the police way too goddamn much. And what I mean is, this entire conversation shouldn't have even happened. And because Young Thug is who he is, the entire conversation is being used against him. Even though he didn't snitch on anyone, but because of the fact that it even happened, and that's what the street code is, don't say shit. But as we've all seen, rappers, gangsters, inmates, and convicts have all said more than what the internet can forgive them for, because it's the internet. An imaginary place where people can be whoever they portray and type behind fake pages to escape their reality. That's why the internet remains undefeated. But back to the conspiracy. Again, it appears this was all a calculated hit, conspired by none other than the YouTuber Ceddy Nash, who paid $500 to have the original interrogation video wiped from YouTube. Now, Trap Lord Ross reacted to the interrogation, started firing off videos, and Ross being a good friend of mine, I decided to reach out and ask him what caught his attention about this old interrogation. Ross would give me permission to share our conversation publicly, and come to find out, Ceddy Nash sent the video to him. Ross would study the tapes, drop his reaction, and the next day Akademiks and Whack 100 were firing off videos. Even Ross would state he felt like Ceddy knew more than he was letting on, and Ross heard how Ceddy wanted this chain reaction to happen, but didn't want to be the one responsible for it. Which makes sense, because instead of uploading the entire interrogation on his own channel, it was uploaded to the Academy, a channel run by DJ Akademiks. Ak would then go on to react to multiple videos, but with a new take on things, as the entire internet at this point was shitting on Thug. So not only did Ceddy obtain the full interrogation, he used Trap Lord Ross as a pawn, knowing his reaction would gain enough momentum that the blogs would pick up on it. Sending the interrogation to Akademiks would give Ak an upper hand in reporting. And
yeah, I never talked to Ceddy Nash in the sense of him sending me videos.
And Ceddy's hands would be clean, as all he had to do was watch everything play out. The fact that Ceddy didn't even post it on his own channel makes it seem even more personal, because he didn't want the revenue from the content, he wanted Thug's reputation. Like I said.
All right, man, enough of this. Let me call Whack. So Whack supposedly lined up